Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about proper position play. So a lot of people think when they first start playing Battle Prime that it's just about running out, getting kills, fighting enemies. But when you start playing in game mode, doesn't matter what game mode, what you will learn very quickly is positioning play matters almost just as much, if not more, than your aim. You may not have the best gun. You may not be able to get kills just by standing still and shooting at somebody because their guns are better than you. We've all started this game with the basic AR, the basic SMG, and somebody lasers us and we've hit them 20 times in the head. So hopefully this video can help you get more kills by your position. So what I want you to realize on every single map, there's a mid, there's a left, and there's a right. We're using CQC Team Deathmatch, for example, because they all spawn in the same spot in the back, and they're going to be coming either left, middle, or right. Now, the key here is going to be watching your mini map to see where your teammates are holding position and what positions are lacking that maybe you should take over. So, for example, on this map, I'm going to be holding mid majority of the time because I like to play here personally. There's a barrier I can hide behind for the jiggle peek method we've referenced in a previous video. You can also jiggle peek this method here over on the left side, but you're vulnerable from the right when you're over here, and you're vulnerable from the left from over here. So what you need to be paying attention to is your minimap, because if you see you have 3 people on your team holding the left side, then that means your left is not as vulnerable. Now, if you see you have 1 person on the right side, but they end up dying, that means your right side is going to become vulnerable, and you need to be in third person mode paying attention when you're reloading or nobody is mid currently and you're paying attention to everybody's on the right. So if you have an agent such as Poison or Blast or anybody that can throw a landmine, I like to throw a landmine there until my team can continue to hold that side of the map. So while I'm holding mid, once my landmine or my poison detonates, I know to no longer hold mid and to start holding that right side position. So I'm going to show you some gameplay while we are in a match of how this example works. Now, I will show before I go into the gameplay for positioning for the top middle on this map specifically. I like to hold these barriers. Now, if you're holding the left side, okay, a very good positioning to hold. If you want to be very conservative, you can hold back here to make sure they can't come all the way through, because if you're holding back here, you know they can't flank your guy that's holding middle. They have to either go through here or they have to go through here, which your person in middle should be holding that, so you don't have to worry about that. So if you want to play a little bit of a safer angle on the left, you can play back here, or you can play back here, or you can play all the way back here, and you can do our jiggle peek method from any of these angles. Now, if you want to have a more aggressive angle to hold, but you will be seeing them in the green spawn, so you're not going to be able to shoot them, you can hold this aggressive angle here, or you could hold this aggressive angle here. Now, if you're holding the right side rather than holding the middle, you could do the same thing by playing back here, having your jiggle peek angle here. You could play this angle here, jiggle peek angle. You could play this angle right here, jiggle peek angle. As long as somebody's holding your mid and your left, then you don't have to worry about being shot in the back. But that's where watching your minimap is going to be important to make sure if you need to watch your back. Or if you want to be very aggressive, you can hold this angle here. Or my personal favorite angle is this angle right here. So that way you can shoot the people that are at the top here. And then if they get past this side right here, you can shoot them even here. And again, if you have landmines, make sure you're placing them here. Make sure you're placing them here. Make sure you even throw one over here to help your guy on the left side. It's a team game. Help your teammates out. So now I'm going to be going into gameplay footage to show you how this works in real time. All right, guys, so as you can see, I start by holding mid. I throw my grenade or your landmine middle to try to get some pop damage and maybe some early kills. If you look at the mini map, though, I have 2 people holding left, 1 person holding mid, and 1 person holding right. So that means our left side is the most controlled on the map currently, and the right is the weakest. Currently on the mini map, nobody is holding right side, so we are currently vulnerable to the right side. Now, during this game, you're going to see, as I'm holding middle, I am paying attention to my right side consistently on the mini-map because people are going to be running up. Now, if you're holding middle and you see that when someone dies, they're immediately running back to the right side, then the right side's not as vulnerable. It's just vulnerable for a moment. A lot of people, when they're playing Battle Prime, they're not even thinking about checking their mini-map, and they're wondering why they're getting shot in the back so much. They're wondering why people are getting behind them so much. It's because they're so focused in on just getting kills rather than paying attention to all of your surroundings and every way to maximize the game possible. Your mini-map is a huge point of getting you better at this game. So if you need to go in your button layout and you need to improve the size of your mini-map, it's going to help you drastically in every single game mode, because there might be someone that pops up red on your minimap that could be behind you or near you that you wouldn't have noticed unless you looked at your minimap, especially if you play in first person mode rather than third person mode, because in third person mode you can at least always be checking your right, left, and all of your surroundings whenever you're not ADSing aim down sight. So what you'll notice is a lot of during this match I'm watching middle, but whenever I don't see anybody, I exit out of my ADS and I'm looking both right, left, and then I throw my landmine when I see nobody's on that right side of the map currently holding it until someone can get over. And just like that, I did damage and they ran back towards the middle because they got scared, because now they know someone's holding that position. Most of the time when someone's flanking you, it's because they're assuming or they are paying attention on the enemy team that nobody's holding a certain side, so they're going to try to regain position to take the lead of the match. Always be paying attention to your mini-map regardless of if you're holding down a current site, because as you can see during this gameplay, we have majority of our team holding the left side in the middle, so our right side has been vulnerable majority of this match. If the other team would have picked up on that, they could have taken advantage of our right side and potentially won this match, but because they didn't, we won 40-13. Hopefully this video helped you guys. Position play is almost just as important as your aim. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thank you.